2024 is the year of the social agent. And what that means is that 2024 is the year of the agents using social media to their advantage. So in the past, talking like the past 4 or 5 years, you've sort of been able to get away with not using social media, or not using social media correctly, that is. But now it's getting to the time where everybody, and I mean agents, every agent is on social media. Whether they're posting things correctly or not, that's debatable. But all agents are on social media. So if you're not on social media, you are seriously behind the 8 ball, because I would say 8 or 9 out of 10, every 10 agents is using social media. It's not really new, but it's a necessity now. And if you want to succeed in 2024, you're just going to have to get on with it. So in Agents Bootcamp, we've got everything you need to know about how to make your content, what social media platforms to use, where to post your stuff, when to post your stuff, how often to post your content, everything you need to know. It's foolproof. Instead of getting someone to do it for you, you're going to learn how to do it correctly, properly, and then you can go and hire a virtual assistant and teach them how to do it your way. Because a lot of the time, when you hire people to do your social media, they won't do it correctly because they're just trying to take the quickest, shortest route possible. The social agent in 2024 also will be using AI to help them. That's not only to help them make better content, but to actually save time so that they can post more content and more content that is meaningful to their audience. They're going to use AI to understand their audience better. They're going to use AI to be able to repurpose their long-form content into short-form content. They're going to use AI to make plans and to make written content, to make captions, and to get really good hashtags to use in their posts. What's the point of social media in 2024? Well, the point of social media is really just to move your clients from social media, which is where you attract them, to your website, which is where you're going to convert them. Or that might be your listing portal, such as realestate.com.au, but I always recommend using your website. Using specific platforms such as Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube or TikTok can help you grow better. So we go through this in Agents Bootcamp, exactly how you can actually use these platforms correctly to grow quicker and to grow as a celebrity in your local area. We go off 3 pillars when you're making your content. That's to create value content, entertaining content, and advice content. So teaching people things. When your content falls under these 3 pillars, you know that the people, as long as the content you're making is speaking to your audience, you know that they're going to enjoy or want to look or read or consume your content. So if you're not making content that goes into these 3 pillars, i.e. stuff about yourself or stuff about your listings all the time or stuff about your recently solds, people don't always want to look at that. You got to think in the majority of your audience, which is your local area, what do they find valuable? Make content around that. What do they find entertaining? Make content around that. And what advice can you give them and what can inspire them? And make content around that. So if you're making content around things that they're interested in, it's natural that they're going to consume that content and like that content. Now, there's a phrase that we talk about a lot: overselling yourself is just bad marketing. And that's exactly right. If you're just selling yourself, you're only going to get people, like the 1 or 2% of people who are in buying or selling mode at this point in time. So try not to oversell yourself and just think about what do the people in my audience want to see. The social agent in 2024 is focused on building their brand. By building their brand, they're able to stop having to sell and they have their clients come to them. People like Tom Penos, people like Matt Lancashire, people like Ryan Serhant, they don't go out and prospect for people anymore because they've built a really big audience based around a trusting brand. They are an authority in the area, so people trust them. So they don't have to go out and prospect like most agents do. And those agents who do prospect most likely don't have a big audience following their trusting brand because they don't have that trusting brand yet. Using social media, you're able to create that trusting brand and gain followers up to, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,000 followers following them who consume their content every day. If you meet someone in person and you see them and you talk to them, you feel more connected. And that's what these big names like Tom Panos, Ryan Serhant, and Matt Lancashire are doing. They're utilizing video where they're talking to you through the phone screen. So you get to see their gestures, their facial features, their voice, and you trust them to a greater level than just simply photos of your listings. When people see photos of your listings, they don't know about you. They most likely don't care about the listings, and they don't engage. When you're talking to the camera, people can see you. They can see your gestures, just like you're looking at me right now, and they sort of get to know you to a greater level. I know that sounds a bit crazy, but that's the case of it. If you're using video, you're going to engage much better with your audience. So in 2024, the social agent is using video every single day. The next thing that the social agent in 2024 is doing is they're engaging with their followers. And by engaging, I don't just mean liking comments and replying. I mean they're going out of their way to message them, to keep them informed about things, to invite them to their events. They're liking their posts, they're commenting on their posts, and they're just engaging with them every single day. They do that day in, day out with all their followers. You might only have 5 or 6 loyal followers on your social media, but if you do, you can start engaging with them now. You got to start with someone, and as that grows and you keep engaging with people, people will want to engage back with you. If they see that you're like non-existent, they might comment on your video or send you a message and you don't reply to them. It's going to make them feel like you don't care. So if you are able to engage with them, they're going to most likely engage with you more in the future. And that's what you want. The last thing that the social agent in 2024 is going to focus on is authenticity. So social media favors authenticity. So don't fake who you are. Don't try and be a real slick millionaire looking real estate agent if your local area isn't like that. If they are not all suit wearing people, then don't go out and wear suits every day. Be a bit more casual, be a bit more laid back, and try and fit in. Because if you're more relatable and genuine and authentic to who you are, people will see that and they're going to trust you more. If you're this elitist type who, might wear a suit where it's not appropriate, I'm not saying it's always not appropriate, but you do it in situations where you just don't need to, you're putting a barrier between yourself and the other person because they're going to be thinking, well, I'm not like this person. How am I relating to this person? I don't want really anything to do with them. You want to be genuine, authentic to who you are. And if that's you, then go ahead. But most of the time, you just want to try and fit in and fit into who you are as well. So that also goes to the other side of where you're making content. When you're making content, make content that's authentic to you. So if you are into a certain type of racing like F1 racing, talk about each F1 race after it in a short video or a highlight reel and post it. And people in your area who are also interested in that will engage with that video and they'll say, oh, look, yeah, I liked this, I liked that, blah, 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 comment on it, like it, share it. When you're showing that you're authentic, you're actually building a tribe of people who are interested in the things that you're interested in. And that creates a relationship because then they trust you because you like similar things that they like and you have like a common hobby. So try and be authentic as you can moving forward with your social media. So remember, a good brand revolves around 3 things: value content, entertaining content, and inspiring and advice content. So if you can nail that and you're authentic and you can post on social media every single day and you think about what does my audience want to see and you're going to speak to your audience, then you will grow much quicker than the person who's just posting their listings and about themselves on social media. So that essentially is how in 2024 you can dominate on social media.